All right, in this video, we're going to talk about one more thing about modules, and that is preventing execution of code when importing a model. As we've seen in the previous videos, right, when we imported a module, any code in that module is going to get executed. And so if you want to stop that from happening, right, what you would need to do is that code that you want to prevent from being executed, you need to place it inside an if statement of this form. So now when I typeset this, right, these underscores show up as having a little space in between them. But when you type those into your IDE, you won't see these little spaces. So just to warn you, it's going to look slightly differently when you type that in. Okay. All right. So the example that we looked at before was we had this module here with this variable being declared, this function definition, this class definition, and then this print statement. And then when we imported it in here, right, we saw that the code in here is going to get executed. So when you run this, you can see that that print statement is being run when we do this import before the rest of the code is being run. Now, let's say for whatever reason you don't want that, right? Some people might say, hey, I really like these class definitions and function definitions that you have in your code, but I don't really want it printing this when I import your module. And so what you could do to prevent that from happening is to put that in that guard, that if statement. If name equals main. And here we have double underscores. Remember that Python will reserve these names that start with double underscore as special variables. And so what happens is when you import the module, that the name, right, is something different than main. I guess it's probably the name of the module, most likely. I should know that, but I've forgotten. But so the effect of that is that when you import it, right, the name will not be main, and so this code will not be executed. All right, so if I run this, we should see that, oops, I forgot to save it. There we go. So now when I run this, let's clear this out. You can see that this line over here is not executed anymore. The only thing that's being executed is this code, right? Print x, which is 4, print my module, which is 7. There's the function call that prints that. And then there is line 10, which prints out the name attribute of the class object. So, so there we go. That code is not prevented. That code is not run right when the module is imported. Now, when you go back over here, though, and run this program, right, we will see that the value is executed. We get that statement, that print statement, the value of my var is executed. So when you run this as a program, or script, whatever you want to call it, then that name variable is equal to main. That means that kind of indicates to Python that, hey, this program itself was run. It's not being imported as a module, and so that it will execute this code. So what you can do is you can have class definitions and all your definitions up here that you want to allow other people to import. And then if you want some code down here, say to test the functionality of those functions and class or to do something else, but you don't want that to be imported or run when other people import your code, you can put that code down here in this if guard. Okay. All right. That's it for this video.